Hi everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, we're going to be making some resin jewelry and it's super easy to do. So this is my example for now. And of course, you can adapt this to the size you want and also the shapes. So first, let me show you what it looks like exactly. So this is on a white background on a card. I'm going to use this as a pendant. It's quite large, but you can make it smaller or much bigger if you want to. And I've used black as my main color, and then I filled up the gaps with resin and glitter, which I'm going to show you in a second. So I hope you'll be able to see this, but the colored areas are raised. They're bumpy. That's exactly what I wanted. I might do it a little bit more. I'm not sure it's going to really show up on camera, but it's really bumpy, like if they were gems actually, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Even if you wear it on your skin, you can still see all the colors. They're super shiny, super bright. And even on dark, it's going to change a little bit the color, but it's still going to be quite nice and bright. So the glitter I have used is this brand, and they're very chunky. They're not small at all. Like these, for example, this is very fine glitter. You could do this with that if that's the only thing you have, and it will work perfectly. But I like these because it reflects a lot of light. As you can see, they're very shimmery, and again, they're iridescent. What I will do in this example, I will add a little bit of alcohol ink to make it even brighter. Like for example, the red here, I don't have that color in here, so I needed to add a little bit more red, and I use, these are Tim Holtz re-inkers. You can use piñatas, which are usually my favorite because they're very vibrant, to add a little bit more color, because you're going to use very, very, very little quantities of this glitter. I'm going to use also UV resin. First, what you're going to do is you're going to print out seashell drawings, and this is the one I used. Actually, the picture I print out was a little bigger. So actually what you need to do is to take either some kind of plastic sheet, something that is a bit sturdy and stiff, and put it on top, or you can also use parchment paper, something that again you will be able to see through because you're going to draw over it. Okay, so what I have already done is I've used some, this is the Tulip brand I have used. They're not even 3D. If you have a 3D paint, that would be even better because it's easier if you have some kind of raised area. At this stage, don't try to peel it off. You will peel it off at the end when everything is completely cured. So then once you have your paper on top, you're just going to use your 3D paint and go everywhere as long as it has a fine tip, and you're going to follow along. Alright, so here is my base, and now we're going to put a little bit of resin, but we're not going to put resin in each and every one. We're going to skip one every time so it will not contaminate the other part. So a little bit on the bottom here. It's really a little bit, just to cover up the bottom. It doesn't have to be thick at all. I'm going to spread that around inside. Okay, and now I'm going to add a little bit of glitter. So I'm going to start up with this orange color, and because we're not putting a lot, because it's not really thick, the color may not seem so vibrant. So I'm taking a little tiny bit of resin here on my toothpick, and I'm getting it around here. Don't worry, you're not contaminating anything. I just think it's easier to grab. And I'm going to help myself with another toothpick. And I'm really trying to stay inside here. And on this paper, I have a little bit of resin, so I can dip my my toothpick inside here, take a little bit of that, and come back here. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to tell you to wear a mask and gloves. That's really important. You need to protect your skin and also protect your lungs. All right, I'm just going to show you one more. I'm not going to show you the whole thing. I'm going to do that off camera. for this one, I'm going to call it good. I'm going to fill up all the others, put that under the UV lamp for 2 minutes, and then I'll come back, fill the rest of it, and when everything is covered, I will show you the other steps before your piece of jewelry is completely finished. Okay, so I have finished putting some glitter into all my little crevices here, and I want to show you a little difference on the right side and the left side. This one, as you can see more of the white. This is because what I have just done, so everything is as hardened, of course, and I lost a lot of my definition. You can see the colors, but you can't see the white part in between. And I think this is more interesting to look at than this. So before doming each individual here hole, what I have done here is I took my paint again and I went over it. So it's much thicker and you can see it. I think this is nicer. It's more defined. It's like every compartment is separated from the other, and I think I like it best. If you do, you just need to do that. And then we're going to dome each and every one of them. So this is not dry yet. I can see there's a little boo-boo here. I can always take it off. And you can also trim it. Later we will be also able to trim that. I'm going to take a little bit of that, and I would do one, skip one, do the other. Do one and skip the other. You might do this step probably 2 to 3 times. Put a little bit of this resin on top. I spread it apart to make sure it's going everywhere. And then before doing anything else, I'm going to put a little bit of this light here, this UV light. It's handy if you have a small one. I have a big one, and I also have a small one. So I just need to fix this a little bit to make it harden just a few seconds, like 10 seconds is enough. And put it back here, and I'm going to right now do my other layer. Because they are very thin, I can work like this. And then when I'm finished with all of them, I will put them in under my big UV lamp to really make sure everything is set. So again, 2 or 3 layers to make it really bumpy and domey to look like this one here. Sorry for the glare, but it's hard if I want to show you all the details. So it seems like it's not so domey, but it is. When you look at it in real life, it's really domey, and look how shiny it is. I can't believe how shiny it is. All right, everything has cured perfectly, and I would recommend before lifting them up of your plastic, and it really goes off very easy, to not only, of course, put it onto your UV lamp this side, but also put it on the other side before taking the plastic sheet off to make sure everything is well cured. At least 2 minutes, and that will be good to go. And actually, it lifts off so easily that I can't even show you, but it goes off very, very nicely. What you can do is to take little scissors and trim off any kind of excess. You can see here, it's not really pretty, so because it's very thin, I can cut these nicely. So you're going to do this all around and take all the excess away that you wish. You can also use maybe a Dremel for this. You can see that there's a little excess there. And I'm going to refine this a little bit. And when you're happy, it's time to put a bail. So I would use E6000 glue, but here right now I don't have more. I need to order some, but it's a bit hard to find in France. So I have also this glue. For those of you who maybe live in Europe, you might find this glue, and it's a very, very strong glue that glues metal with metal perfectly. So I am going to use a silver one here, silver bail, because I think it matches with the white better than if it was gold. But again, that's totally up to you. And I'm going to use a gold one for the black. I wish I would have a bail that has this shape, because sometimes it's a bit too big, but I think it's going to match anyway. And I'm going to put it just there. I'm just going to make sure to align it very well. And it's a little bit like E6000. I'm going to leave it overnight to make sure that I can wear it later on. Usually they say about 24 hours, but usually I can't wait. And I'm just making sure that it's straight. And then I will let it sit like this, take the excess off. and I would let it sit like this upside down to make sure it's all flat. Again, I'm going to do this here, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. On these, I have put a lot of dimension. Can you see this? It's really bumpy everywhere. It looks like gemstones, and the colors are absolutely beautiful. And even on black, I think it goes, I mean, it's really shiny. I love these. I think I prefer the black though. I think it gives more, it seems to be vibrant, more vibrant than the white, even though I have used the exact same kind of glitter, but it shows off better. Which one do you prefer? The black one or the white one? Knowing that you can also change the white part by any other color. It could be blue, pink, any of the colors that you have used in here. It's just to give you another option. So please give me some thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. And also share on social medias. I have a Facebook page where you can post all your pictures there. There's no judging, it's just sharing. It's a community place where you can share all your creations as well. Thank you so much. Take care and see you soon for other videos.